Hi guys, I am Trish with Unique Me 303 Healing and Empowerment. I have moved my room around and it's a very tight spot. This room is just teeny tiny, so you guys won't be seeing me on camera right now. I'm probably going to move it back around tomorrow or the next day when I'm able to, because I really don't like it this direction, but whatever. I have a small house and it is what it is. So today you're not going to see me on camera. Guys, look that up on Sacred Scribes. But let's go ahead and see what Spirit has for us. I am going to start doing the Ascension messages the same way that I did when I first started this channel a few years back. So be expecting me to give specific dates, and that's just me trying to figure out what we could be going through within those few days or what have you. So if you're watching this at a different date than when it is actually stating, it's okay. If it resonates with you, then that's Spirit's way of telling you it's for you. 5-5, guys. Look that up as well in Sacred Scribes. So let's go ahead and get right into it, guys. What cards do I start with, please? Which cards do I start with, please? Thank you. Spirit, what kind of messages do you have for June 26th through 28th, 2022, for all those people who are already aware that they're on an ascension journey and going through an awakening process, or all those who are newly awakened? What kind of energies can we expect within the next few days? What way may we be going through? Am I supposed to take all of those? I was told no, so I'm not going to take any of them. So we got the Two of Swords, which to me means that there's something that you may not be seeing correctly. There's a situation or something that maybe you're thinking a lot about that you just aren't finding balance, peace, and harmony with what it is that you're thinking. Something just isn't settling with you correctly. So Spirit is asking you to meditate more, get into a place of asking, what do I need to release or remove out of my life at this time, so that I can see things exactly the way that they're meant to be seen. So the next card you got is the King of Swords. This could represent a masculine or a feminine energy. It doesn't really matter, but this is somebody who is a little bit cold, bold, abrasive, kind of stands up for what they want. There's somebody who demands a lot of respect from others. Am I supposed to continue down here? But I do feel like this is, for most of you, representing yourself. Okay, so that's not going to resonate with everybody, but I feel like for most of you, it's talking about you. But some of you maybe aren't even seeing your worth in something. This could be in a career. Maybe you're not allowing yourself to stand up for yourself in something, is what else I am getting. So for many of you, what you're in need of releasing right now is programming that tells you that you're never going to make enough money, that maybe tells you that you're not even good enough. Maybe it's, you know, just this programming that says that you're never going to be successful. So some of this has came from times from your childhood, probably being raised in a home that maybe didn't have very much money. Of course, this isn't going to resonate with everybody. However, what I do feel for many of you, there is a change coming with money. For many of you, it's because of the hard work and dedication that you're putting in. Yes, I'm hearing. But a lot of you are seeing things a little bit differently, especially when it comes to spending money, not having enough money for certain things, giving to people for whatever reason is coming to me. But for some of you, you are in an energy of feeling like you don't have enough information, maybe even feeling like you're being deceived by your employer, or being deceived by the universe or spirit. This could even be in a relationship, but there's some sort of deception. Somebody could be spying on you, maybe looking over your shoulder and watching your work and maybe making you feel uncomfortable. I mean, it could be multiple things here, but I do feel like for most of you, you're coming into this energy of giving of your talents and giving of your time and energy and promoting oneself in some way, shape, or form. So I'll just give an example. I've been told over and over and over again to do more of my healing videos. People are needing to see it right now. I've been really down on my confidence and courage. But I've been doing it anyway. I'm somebody who's had a YouTube channel for like 4 years and have been told to start my own website, been told to do videos this way, then they've shifted me into doing videos in other ways just so that I can learn lessons in my worth and things of that sort. Not currently, but in the past was going through a relationship that made me get to a place of feeling not as confident as well. So they're putting me back into promoting myself, promoting my channel, promoting my gifts and talents by sharing my gifts and talents more than what I have been in the recent past. So for some of you, this is exactly what this is telling you to do. It's time for you to share more of yourself with others. Some of you, you're wanting to leave a like 9-to-5 job, or maybe one type of business that you may have, and moving into, using your talents, your gifts, those things that you're really good at to produce money in a way of not feeling as if you're always going to be working for the man and not always paying for somebody else's happiness and material gain, but to finally be able to get you to a place of financial gain. So for many of you, you're in this next phase of receiving, but that receiving is due to these decisions that you've made to follow through with something, to demand respect from your employer, or demand respect from I feel like it's like coming from yourself, like giving yourself more respect than what you normally do, seeing that you are worthy 654 of something different than you've been having. But I feel like a lot of you are just kind of straddling the fence, so to speak, even feeling like there's delays around money, feeling like it's never going to come to you, may even feel like you're not doing enough. Because a lot of times I feel like I'm not doing enough, even though I'm truly working myself to death and having these days of just my mind can't take anymore, my body can't take anymore, and some of you are pushing yourself in that direction. However, there's things that Spirit has been telling me to do for quite some time, and I just don't do it. I'll make excuses because I'm wore out and tired. I've been working my ass off to achieve something, but I'm never going to achieve what I want to achieve if I'm not following the guidance that Spirit has been giving me. Now, the guidance can come in so many different ways. One of those ways would be through readings like this. A lot of times you guys will be given guidance that repeats itself over and over again. And the reason for that is because many of you aren't taking the suggestions that are in this reading, including self, or suggestions from intuition, or just those inner knowings, because of fear, because of maybe feeling like you're not going to succeed in something, feeling like you've always put so much work in, never received anything back. And, many of those times that we aren't receiving anything back, it's because we're putting walls in front of those things that we were meant to receive. And Spirit's like, there's abundance all around you. There's prosperity. There's those things that you've been wishing for, manifesting, things of that sort. However, you're allowing yourself to not feel enough dignity, respect, feel enough worthiness is what I'm getting. So it's time to see things a little differently. God's putting you, or Spirit, universe is putting you in a predicament or a situation currently in your life, or maybe within the next several days or weeks, or maybe even the next several months, where you're really going to be seeing things completely different. It's going to create a time of inspiration for many of you, and for others of you, it's going to bring in more abundance of peace, energy, balance, maybe even. However, for the time being, there is some delays around money. I think I have faced every single challenge that there is that has to do with money. And maybe I shouldn't say that, because Spirit will be like, no, let me show you something else. But I feel like many of you that are watching this have felt delays around money, especially when it comes to sharing your talents and gifts. However, you're going to be stronger because of these delays. The Hangman is telling you that you're going to see something differently. You're going to gain some sort of awareness, maybe awaken to something that you haven't been able to see before, and your perceptions are just going to drastically change, which is going to create a stronger type of balance, a stronger, what am I trying to say? I feel like it's telling me that you're going to gain some sort of strength, courage. You're going to be stronger because of whatever you're waiting on. Whatever it is that is holding you back from this money, whether or not it's you putting some sort of blocks and barriers in front of you because of that lack mentality or what have you, or whether or not these things are actually being given to you, and then as soon as they're given to you, they're being brought right back, meaning that money has to go right back out. You're still learning something that is helping your soul to grow at this time. This is me. It's been me for a while. And I keep asking Spirit, and I keep getting mad at Spirit and wondering, like, why you're telling me to do this, this, and that, but they keep saying, well, there's some suggestions that you take. However, there's other suggestions that are given through your intuition, through your readings, through these inner knowings, and you don't put time and energy into it, or you half-ass it. So Spirit's asking us to not half-ass some stuff right now, and to just really put your all into something, dedicate, and you're going to see that there was something that you were waiting on, whether or not it's money for you guys. It could be a relationship, it could be a career or a job or a new business path, or even something to do with your spiritual growth, but it's going to make you stronger because of the waiting that you're having to do, having to be patient. Which takes me to this next card, which is the Eight of Cups. Money problems are being resolved. There's going to be solutions to some of the things that you have been having trouble in. Even if it's not money in it and it's relationship, there's going to be improvements. The blinders have came off. You've started to see things from a different perspective. You're gaining some sort of clarity, and maybe even some of you, 1155, some of you are seeing things from like a bird's eye perspective. So high above how you would normally see something. Maybe gaining a lot more understanding than you normally would. So to me, that's like you're advancing and some of your spiritual type of talents or abilities. You're developing those more. 12, 21, guys, that's a mirror. I do feel like many of you feel like this money situation is never going to end. That you're always going to have challenges. You're always going to be presented with some sort of dilemma when it comes to money. But what I feel like this is you're walking away from those money problems. Yes, they're saying. Some of you, though, this is the negative aspect of this, is that you're not doing what you need to do to face these money problems, and the money problems are just going to increase. Yes, they're saying. So really meditate, ask Spirit, like, show me, guide, lead, and instruct me. What do I need to do to get to a better place of my finances not struggling, or another situation in my life not having all of these problems? What can I release? What can I do? How can I think differently? Show me through my actions and my words what I need to change. And what I mean by that is you'll get these nudges when you're starting to think something, or you're starting to act out on something. Don't do that. Or yes, that's exactly what you need to do. So ask Spirit to confirm things to you. Which cards do I go to, please? Thank you. What other messages do you have for June 26th through 28th, 2022, for all those who are already aware they're on an ascension journey and going through an awakening process, please? Am I supposed to take both of these? So many of you are going through a time of just feeling sick, feeling like you've done so much and you're not getting anywhere. Maybe even, just don't know where to turn. I felt like I wasn't getting answers for a long time. But what kept repeating in my heart and mind for a long time was that I need to do more healing. Even if it doesn't show that my videos are getting very many views, there's also other ways that people are receiving this type of energy from me. So it is actually producing something. However, it's making me feel lonely. It's making me feel as if I'm not doing something right, or I've been passed up for some sort of blessing or what have you. So a lot of you are in this energy of, you know, I'm tired. I want to give up. I just can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. I feel like Spirit is lying to me and deceiving me, telling me that things are going to get better, but really I'm having a hard time enjoying life right now. So for many of you, they're taking me back up to this Wheel of Fortune. For many of you, this phase is ending. You're coming into this energy of shift, completion, things just seemingly getting better. However, for some of you, it's going to be like a turtle. It's going to be a slow moving energy. It's not going to happen, you know, overnight as fast as you want to. However, staying positive is what we need to do. Continue to ask for guidance to help navigate you to and through your next destination, or what it is that you need to release and let go of, how you need to think differently, and so on and so forth, and that peace will come. I feel like the more that you put yourself out there, the less that you're gonna feel deceived by the universe, or even by maybe a coworker or an employer. I should say, not coworker, employer is what I was getting. I do feel like there's a lot to be reflected on. A lot of things need to be looked at differently. I feel like many of you are in your insecurities and doubts and allowing fears to kind of help you decide what you need to do, instead of going with the intuition and knowing exactly where to go, what to do, and what you want. What other messages do you have for June 26th through 28th, 2022? Thank you. Yeah, for many of you, it's just a shifting, a time of transitioning, okay, is what I'm getting. A time of transitioning. Being acclimated into something. This could be something to do with money, because, you know, I keep feeling money a lot in this reading. So for the next few days, or, you know, if you're not seeing this during the time that it's actually being recorded and it still resonates with you, then this is Spirit's way of letting you know this. But some of you are really transitioning from one phase into a totally new phase, completing that feeling of not being worthy, not having enough, releasing the program that says that you're always going to be broke, or always have to struggle, or you always have to work really, really hard. But what I'm hearing is we only have to work hard for just a little while. I'm not feeling any negative things from this impulsiveness card. I'm getting that, you know, we're going to act or react to the suggestions and the readings, the inner knowings, those intuitive insights that we're getting, and it's going to be a good impulse. We're going to start reacting to those things, push through the fears and doubts, and discover that we had it all along. Those gifts and abilities, talents, you know-how was already there all along. For some of you, this is talking about discovery of unconditional love. It's asking you to continue to hope, continue to have faith in the dreams that you have. Know that if you go back to asking Spirit, show me memories of those times when I was struggling in something and I prayed and asked for, you know, a result or a situation to be solved or what have you, and you blessed me. It may have not been instantly, but you blessed me. And I do this and I start seeing these things, and I know if you do this, you'll start seeing those things too, and it helps you to remain grateful, hopeful, in this energy of abundance and feeling like it's coming to you, instead of an energy of lack and you're never going to get it. Because that energy of lack and feeling like you're never going to get it, whether it's money, a job, a spiritual aspect that's developing, a relationship, it doesn't really matter. Staying hopeful and practicing having faith in something that you can't quite see yet. I'm telling you guys, we're blessed in so many ways, but we're so anxious to have things right then and there, or we see other people succeeding, in 2 or 3 months on YouTube, and others, it may take 5 or 6 years to finally get the word out, or in yourself in such a sync of doing things a certain way that people know that you're there. And this is speaking to me, but I'm just saying, like, this is just an example. Many of you, you're being told, I say this a lot, don't quit 5 minutes before the miracle happens. Allow Spirit to do what Spirit needs to do. If that means taking you through a long process of learning some lessons, of seeing certain things that are going to help your soul to grow, removing things out of your life, whatever it is, then know that that's necessary for you to have all of those things that you're waiting on. Those blessings, those things that you've been wanting to manifest. Which cards do I go to, please? Which cards do I go to, please? Thank you. Not these. Thought I've seen those. What other messages do you have for June 26th through 28th, 2022 for all those people that are already aware they're on an ascension journey and going through an awakening process, or those that are newly awakened and needing guidance? What energies can we expect in the next couple days? Am I supposed to take all of these? Okay, thank you. So for many of you, you're going through some energy of emotional purging, maybe wanting to sleep a lot, wanting to rest a lot. This is much needed, is what I am hearing. So take the time to do so if you're that person. I feel emotional purge for many of you. For some of you, this is because you have been given the information that is either giving you a totally new direction, helping you to see a situation with truth, bringing some sort of awareness that may have shaken you up a little bit and made you feel uncomfortable, sad, anxious. It could be so many different things, but on the flip side of that, I feel like that anxiety, that sadness, that whatever was brought on so that you can release. That way you can walk away from the situations that are not resonating with you, so that you can walk away from those money issues because you're facing the fears or the insecurities or the what have you. You're seeing things for what they truly are. 2233, guys, I was told to tell you. But for a lot of you, this could even be you finally getting out of this hangman energy and this Two of Swords energy and seeing things completely how they are. Seeing the truth. It's been revealed to you. So you're actually coming into this energy of peace, knowing that things will work out regardless of how your reality may be showing you differently at this time. Again, it doesn't have to be finances. I do feel like most of this is referring to finances right now. But for many of you, it could be a relationship or something to do with your spiritual journey. But, you know, take it how it resonates with you. So, because of you releasing the thought patterns, letting go of the false information that you may have told yourself, putting in some hard work and dedication and believing in things that you can't quite see yet, and just trusting in those internal knowings, the intuitive flashes that you may be having, the daydreams, the lucid dreaming, the whatever that is giving you information that is bringing truth to you, awareness to you, or what have you, is helping you to manifest those things, helping you to, for most of you, this is helping you to develop the connection with spirit even deeper. Coming into an energy of, for some of you, I'm feeling even renewal. So releasing of a lot of things that no longer resonate with your energy. You're vibing at a higher vibration now. Your friends are not going to stay the same. Your career paths are going to change. The hobbies and interest things that you become passionate about are going to shift and change as well. So for many of you, you may feel like your world is being rocked, kind of, so to speak, but I do feel like for many of you, you're inspired by what you're seeing. You are seeing and thinking of the universe, or as the world, as source, God, and the energy of love in a totally different view because of the experiences that you're going through. So thank you. For a lot of you, you're needing to release the energy of feeling as if you're never going to accomplish what you're setting out to accomplish. Maybe you're somebody like me and has been working really hard at something and just trying to figure out the ins and outs of how to do it, and what have you, and not feeling very successful. However, when I look at how much more money I made last year than the year before, or how much money I make when I go live, and how many people are reaching out to me because of that and asking for appointments or what have you. 2555, I was told to tell you guys, for whatever reason, look that up on Sacred Scribes. But for many of you, you're just releasing so many things that are taking you into an energy of trust, having faith, having hope, what have you, coming into the next phase of awareness. So, like I was saying in the very beginning of this reading, 2626, guys, look that up on Sacred Scribes. Many of you are in an energy of wanting to rest, sleep. Maybe you are just taking time for having little cat naps during the day when you can. I feel like many of you are seeing that you're working too hard for the man and trying to find out a way of making money on the outside. See, money keeps coming up over and over and over again. But for many of you, you're stepping into your abilities, your talents. You're developing things that are helping you to see that you don't have to always work for the man and create a life of happiness for other people, but you can do it for yourself. Lot about money today, guys. I was told to read the bottom, the zebra. This is about pushing through any kinds of insecurities, fears, doubts that you may have revolving around any situation that this may be referring to for you. Which card shall I go to, please? Be still. I do feel creative energy. I'm seeing the unicorn card, as well as I have two unicorns that keep screaming out to me right here. And the unicorn is very intuitive, very passionate, very connected. And I'm also feeling very, very intuitive. However, the energy of the unicorn gives energy of creation and creativity for us. So calling upon that when you're writing stories, journaling, wanting to manifest, maybe starting a new hobby or craft or something like that, ask for the energy of the unicorn to come in. If you don't believe in unicorns, that's okay, guys. They do exist. They exist in other dimensions or realms that maybe you can't yet connect with. However, when you get to a place of meditating a lot and having those breakthroughs, when you start to be able to connect with other realms and higher dimensions, you start to tap into seeing unicorns, fairies, dragons, beings that don't exist on this earth. Okay, let's just say that. But we have the walrus, which is telling you to keep going. Don't stop now. Be vigilant. Pay attention to any kind of signs or omens that are coming from the universe, from spirit, from the angels, or what have you. This could be also animal symbolism, but repeated numbers, song lyrics, these internal knowings. It could be finding coins or feathers in places. Seeing repeated numbers every single day until you look up that number to see what the message is, and then it stops and changes to something else. But for many of you, a lot of different signs and synchronicities that are helping you to make decisions. Maybe that decision is just to carry on for some of you, because I do feel like many of you feel like your hard work and dedication hasn't paid off yet, and feel like you're getting passed up for this blessing or this raise or this promotion or whatever it may be. But today's I am affirmations. I am beautiful. I know they're backwards, guys. I am successful in all that I do, and I am adventurous. I hope that you guys will like, share, and subscribe. Let me know down in the comments below if this reading resonates with you. I hope that everybody has a wonderful day, and stay blessed, guys. Much love. Bye.